Wow, you just made that one up, huh? He's
Welcome
European-y.
to the live. Well, people say I'm all, you know,
Portugal-y.
yeah,
That's
we could have left
normally
it,
what
we could
they
have left
say,
it down
huh?
some too. See how much space we got at the top of here?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So there you go.
Look how clear we are. I'd like to point out that right now there's a huge storm that it's been raining, what, 2 days?
2 days. It's
Off
gonna
and
probably
on?
rain till next Tuesday or Wednesday next week. But don't mind that at all. Don't mind that at all.
It looks like we're still got really good reception. It looks super clear.
So anyway, just in case you guys can't see my shirt, here you go. Shirt is Speak Truth. This is my new shirt. It's really cool. I like it. And we've been trying to do that ever since we put this channel up
Right.
some years ago. And just kind of giving you guys the most accurate and best information that we can possibly give you. So you make your transition to whatever country you want. You can have a good situation on your hands.
Yes, and it has always been brutally honest, which is why sometimes when we get comments with people telling us to be truthful, I have to giggle because if I were more truthful, God help me. You guys would know way more than you need to know, then for sure. So welcome to the live.
So everybody's good. Everybody's in the best of health, and you at a good place. You ain't homeless. You ain't in the streets. You got a roof over your head. Got food to eat.
And that you're in the best of health.
Money in your pocket.
With health being
transportation.
most important.
Yeah, absolutely. All that.
Going down a whole laundry list. But you guys check in. Make sure you give this and all videos a thumbs up. But before we get into what he wants to talk about, I'm going to be watching the chat. So I want you guys to holler. Tell me who's here and tell me where you're from. And we are doing a Q&A all during today. So if you have any questions to ask, whether it be about the DR or Portugal, hit us up into the comments area. And remember that nice little chat area also has a place that you guys can give to the channel. So take it away. What do you want to talk about today, Karuni?
So my first point I was going to talk about today is the cost of living will either make you or break you. No matter what country you decide that you're going to reside in, whether you're going to move to, it's just a cost of living.
Yes.
That's going to either going to be your best friend or your worst enemy.
If you choose wisely or not, yeah.
But you got to choose wisely. You want to invest well, and you want to finish well as you plan for your retirement, whenever that time is going to be. Now we know there's some people out there working, and I posted a statement on my Facebook page this week, and it was about reference to how some people that work on these jobs, and you're actually a slave to these jobs every single day of your life, because some people have planned well, but then you haven't. Some people have careers, some people don't have careers. So you that have careers, you got a lot of good stuff going for yourself, and you that don't, it's not too late. Put yourself in a good place, in a good spot, that when you get down the road, when you get in your 50s, whatever it may be, then you can look back on your life and say, wow, I made some good choices, I made some good investments,
Right.
and I am good to go. So, also, somebody made a comment.
Oh boy.
One of my subscribers made a comment from my DR page,
Okay.
and he was saying, you can get out of a lease if you want to, if you're in the DR. He said, whenever you get ready, just go and get out of your lease. Well, I wouldn't advise that, because if you do, the only credit you establish when you first get to the DR is going to be established that you established. And that credit reference rating is going to follow you through the DR, because for the most part, I don't believe they look on your...
They don't look for rentals, but they will look at bills you've paid. So any
Right.
utilities and like cell phone bills and things like that. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to give other expats a bad name because you are breaking leases. Now, you can break a lease anywhere. You can break a lease in the U.S. Heck, people do it all the time. They get up, leave, middle of the night. We know those. Don't get the deposit back. We've all seen them running in the middle of the night, bags packed. You can do that anywhere, but remember that when you're doing that in another country, you really are giving expats a bad name, because now that guy is not going to want to rent maybe to an expat again, because he's going to be afraid that they're going to run out like a thief in the night when they get tired of the DR, and he's not going to get his money, which I don't blame him.
And the first thing people are going to be complaining about, screaming, is racism, racism, racism. No, it ain't racism. It's just that you didn't pay your bills. And now, it's just a bad look on the rest of the expats that are coming right behind you. And it's going to be hard for them to actually be able to get a good rental agreement.
Yeah, and I think that you should always, if you sign that lease and that lease was 6 months, then you should be able to pay for it. I mean, I don't know why you would want to break it. Well, unless you absolutely hated the thing.
Well, I would.
But if you hated it, wouldn't you talk to your landlord and
Right, you talk to your landlord
figure
because
something
I figured my landlord that we was in Santiago.
we went the
He
whole
was-
lease. He was a nice guy.
Yeah, with the whole lease, we finished well.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we had to get a Dominican to sign the lease for us
In the
That-
beginning, yeah.
At the beginning
In
of
the
which is the
beginning, yeah.
hard part. But for the most part, we were straight up honest with him. He was honest with us,
Mm-hmm.
and we just had a good relationship with our landlord. And that's what you want to do. You want to have a good relationship with your landlord so that you may have a good rapport, not with yourself, but also for the rest of the expats
Right.
that are coming to the DR to live.
Because he couldn't wait to rent, right? Remember he said he
They
goes
couldn't
that he
wait.
hopes to get another expat, and we finished with him. You did the final walkthrough with him.
Mm-hmm.
He gave you your deposit in cash. We had no issues whatsoever.
And it was just a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna lease the place out again too when probably doing it's probably already leased out.
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sure it is.
Yeah.
Stephanie is checking in from Vancouver Island. They're going back to the DR after Christmas for another visit to our friends in Cabrera. So going to the
Nice.
north. Very nice.
That's like Barry.
You probably follow him too, right? Yeah, he's up there in the north, huh?
Yeah, we were gonna go up there and see him at one time,
Northeast.
but we never got a chance to go see him.
It's too far.
It's
From where we were at, remember?
yeah, it was like what
We weren't there.
three hours or some change.
Well, when we came, we were in Santiago. That's further. But when we first came to visit, yeah, we were up in the north, but we weren't by him.
Yeah, but we was in Sosua.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was
Yep.
in Sosua, Playa Alicia area.
Yeah, Playa Alicia.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, don't break your lease. Be a good guy.
Yeah,
work it out. There's always a solution, I think.
Because you know what?
I mean, there's always the easy, scummy way out, but why be a scum?
The foundation that you lay could come back and haunt you. So you want to do the right thing.
Do unto others.
And you want to do the right thing so you make it good for everybody else that's coming behind you. Because if you have a good rapport, because they love the American dollars out there in the DR, y'all. If y'all haven't realized that yet, the American dollars will take you a long way if you handle your business and you handle it correctly.
Yep. What's your next point?
My next point is somebody was also commenting on the graffiti on some of the walls.
Graffiti
in
out
Lisbon.
here, yes. But out here, they actually allow certain artists to do graffiti. Just like same thing in the DR, they have those murals. They're not graffiti, but they're murals that are painted. But they commission people to come paint them, and then they do the same thing out here. But yeah, they do a lot of graffiti, but they try to do it in like an artistic way, where like the shop will allow somebody to come in and do stuff. But yeah, there are little kids that tag. They do that in Chicago and in New York, right?
Well, I look at it this way, Tina.
Cracks me up how people see
Graffiti
things.
is a type of art,
It is.
but it's not the big. I wouldn't say it's a good thing to express it on private property because that could be a problem.
No.
It could be a problem at all. Also, somebody was mentioned too on the channel about taxes in Portugal
Yes.
and about the 10-year piece.
About the 10-year
Yeah,
piece,
after
so they were
10
talking
years.
about taxes.
They're talking about taxes
Taxes
as a
are
whole.
high. There's no lying. There's no getting away. I tell you guys, do your homework. Google it. Taxes are high. But what you want to do is when you're going through the process of getting your citizenship and you're going through all that, you definitely want to make sure you also get that 10-year umbrella that they give you where your taxes are set for 10 years at a certain amount. And you don't have to pay what everybody else pays because they're trying to stimulate the economy. And she said, yes, we know Barry. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Old
Cabrera is
friend
not
Barry.
that big. Cabrera is not that big.
So somebody asked us also the question on this channel was what makes Lyria so special from other parts of the country? And I said, number one, it's clean.
It's so pretty.
Number two, it's orderly. Number three, it's civilized.
It's so pretty.
Because you got some cities that's not civilized at all. Philadelphia is one of them.
Okay.
It's also quiet, okay?
But it's got a nice downtown area where it's like
Very nice, very cute.
It's like living in a big city, but not. That's what it feels like. It feels like I can get parts of like when we lived in Vegas, right? Like restaurants and like the nightlife, or our friends took us last weekend and we went downtown. Well, first we went to this restaurant on this hill, which is spectacular because you could see the castle like right there. But then afterwards, you can go downtown and you can go to the bars, and it was packed.
It was.
It was like you walk and it was all open air, or you can go inside. Either way, there was people all socializing, having a beer, discussing their lives. Like it was fun. So it was kind of like having the fun of a big city, but in a small city. Everybody knew each other. I love that when we're walking down the street with our friends, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I know that person, that person, that person. And I love it because I'm like, that shows you what a small city it is in a big city. Because like, everybody knows each other, kind of, sort of. So I like that. LT said, how are you managing the language? I am upfront with them and tell them that I don't speak Portuguese, that I speak Spanish. And then they just laugh and they correct me and they tell me what the Portuguese word is for some of the Spanish words. So I learned, because remember I kept saying in front and he goes, it's en frente, en frente. And I go, oh, en frente instead of en frente. So they've been teaching me little Portuguese words. So I like it.
Well, my 2 words I know so far is buenos dias.
Good day.
Okay. Oh, bon dias.
Dia.
It's
Bon
hello,
dia.
a good day. And obrigado is goodbye.
It's thank you.
Or thank you.
Obrigado.
That's the main 2 words I got down pat. Cause I mean,
yes, you should know how to say thank you and hello to people.
You can't get around them.
Yes.
But for the most part, yeah. And also about Lyria is it's quiet. It's not expensive. It's not too big. It's not too small.
Yes, that's what I said. I love that.
So
you can catch a cab, like if you want to, or have a cab called. But you can also like just walk around because it's so pretty, and it's like so much to do in the little downtown area. Like the little downtown area we thought was like kind of small at first, but then remember when we started sparking out, we're like, whoa, this is huge. It's going to take forever to see all of this.
Yeah.
So we break it down in sections. Like we've gone through sections at a time because it's just too much to see all at once.
yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's we're out here on the Silver Coast. The guy said we're only 12
16
kilometers
kilometers from the ocean,
from the ocean.
from the first beach. Yeah.
So
Buen dia, familia. Buen dia, Carlos.
Buen dia.
Buen dia.
yeah, just another language pick up.
Oh, he said, what time is it there? Well, the time just changed for us, so it's 6 in the evening for us.
6:13 actually.
Yes, it's winding down. I would say the sun is going down, but the sun hasn't been up because, like I said, it's been raining
cloudy all day.
off and on
Yeah.
for the last couple of days. So, yeah, that's at 6 o'clock. The sun should be going down. If the sun was out today, it would have been going down right about now.
So we're 5 hours away from New York City. I mean, the time frame is 5 hours from us, New York, and from the West Coast, we're 8 hours.
Yeah, from
As far
the
as-
kids,
yeah,
from our
from-
kids
from
in
our family,
Vegas,
kids
for
and
8
family,
hour
yeah.
difference. Yeah. Yes, that's why it seems like I'm having wine, and you guys are probably like, she's a drunk. No. It's 6 p.m. here.
Yeah, it's a big change for us. Algae's been acting up since we've been here.
Yeah.
Noah's been running, all these trees and pine trees and
That's
grass
fall,
and yeah, just the fall season. I'm thinking that's what that is, because it's different. It's a different climate out here than it is in Vegas,
It is.
and the same thing in DR.
It's starting to get a
different.
little chilly out here, but I feel like it's also getting a little chilly in Vegas too. So we're about, at least we got away from that heat quicker, because the afternoons and evenings, well, afternoons are still warm here, but the evenings are nice and cool. Like we could sit out in the patio or just open the window and get some air in, and we love it.
Yeah, it's 70. It's in your 70s during the day, 75. Which is really really cool. And then at night it gets around 60. Sometimes like 55, something like that. But for the most part, really really nice. Feels good. It's doable.
Make sure you guys are hitting thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
my
No
computer
mosquitoes. Okay, no monstrous mosquitoes.
Just little gnats
Just
and flies.
little
That's
teeny
about
little
it.
gnats you can't barely see unless
Yeah.
you have a magnifying glass. I'd like to say hello to all of my Vegas peeps, and all my peeps all over the world, and also to our new subscribers.
Yes.
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome. And obrigado for the subscription, because we got some new people, so thank you.
Absolutely. We're glad to be here in your country. We expect some great things. We're excited about being here. We still have a lot of stuff that we need to do, a lot of stuff that we haven't done yet. And
Yeah.
but we're here. Here we
Yep.
go, getting settled in.
Yep, Carlos said definitely compared to DR, no mosquitoes. Yeah, no mosquitoes here in Lyria. They said if you get by the river, then you get a lot of little gnats and stuff like that, and mosquitoes. And then they said sometimes by the beaches, but they said over here, no, not so much.
Which is absolutely wonderful
Love it.
because I mean it was just so many
I
mosquitoes.
could sit on the patio on my patio set and not get ate up.
Yeah, 1,000 times because I mean she had some vicious attacks when we was in the DR. I mean, it was just really really vicious. And somebody asked us also, Tina, on the live on the chat was
Ask me.
why did you leave the DR? Was there something that went wrong?
I feel
And
like
we
I've
like-
answered this before, but I'll answer it again. Go ahead. What did you say?
Yeah, but he asked us why we just up and leave.
I didn't up and leave.
Yeah, well, I'm
We
just
had
saying that's
planned
why
it
he
for
put it
like-
out there.
We had planned it for
But-
like 8 months, but yeah, we didn't want to reveal it until we were getting close to us leaving, and we were
Right.
at the Airbnb.
Right.
Yeah,
So we left for a different experience, okay? That's for a
Yes.
different experience, different way of life, something completely different. And that's not saying we're never going to go back there one day, because I mean, I'm quite sure, we'll probably stop through and visit Puerto Rico or whatever. In the Caribbean is Caribbean. I mean, it's always going to be the Caribbean. But for the most part, people do what they want to do. I mean, you can't change nobody's chain nobody to do anything. You go where you want to go, you be with who you want to be, and you do what you want to do.
yes, and
That's for
like
the
I
most
said
part.
before, some people just are not used to it because they live and die in the same place, and
Right.
they never grow, they never go anywhere. We've always been adventurous. We've always wanted to travel, and we've always said that we were going to travel. And every place we kept wanting to travel to was in Europe or near Europe. So I was like, doesn't it just make sense that we would live somewhere in Europe and then just travel to where we want to go and visit where we want to go? And then I was like, well, you know what? Let's just do it. And we decided Portugal because of the cost of living and the location and the beach coast, because we would have access to so many different beaches.
Beach locations.
Yeah, coastline, I should say. And then that's how we got here. But that was 8 months before we left the DR,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we had decided that, started planning and doing everything to get us there. So, yeah. Kiwi says, saludos.
Saludos.
Profe Aguya says, hello, fam. And Kiwi says,
What's up?
oh, thank you, Kiwi. I'm not having a good hair day. My hair is very frizzy and crazy today. I was hot and a little earlier moving stuff around. We got our tree up, but we haven't decorated it because I refused to decorate my tree until November. So we're waiting until November to decorate for Christmas. We started putting little things up, but that, we don't want to put that up yet. So we're trying not to show you too much. So you're in our office right now because, like I said, we have a number in our head, and when we hit that, we'll give them a tour
Right.
of where we're living, just like we did the other place.
Our cute little place. Very, very nice.
Thank you, Kiwi.
Very comfy, very nice and secluded. And we're not in actually, we're only 15 minutes away from the city.
No, not even.
Okay, all right. So we're really
Not
not too
even.
far from the city.
We're like 8 to 10 minutes in an Uber taking their time from the city center.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've walked halfway there before.
Heck yeah.
Since I've been here, I walked halfway.
Yeah.
The halfway mark is the hardware store.
Yeah, pretty much.
We walk around the turnabouts. There's a whole bunch of turnabouts here, guys. A whole bunch of them. When I say a bunch of them, I mean like on every intersection, there's a
Reminds
turnabout.
me of Detroit. Because in Michigan, when I was in Michigan, we had turnabouts. So, yeah.
All these
That's about
turnabouts
right,
all
yeah.
over the place. But most people that actually come out this way, whether they're moving or, what you gonna say? What'd you
Oh,
say?
no, I was going to read a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Edward wants to know, have you ever thought about living in Africa since you're a black man? That's Indian, but anyway.
Okay. No,
Living
I
in
looked.
Africa?
I looked at Africa, and we're actually north of the continent of Africa here.
Oh, you wanted to know where it was?
Yeah, I want to know where it was at. And no, I mean I met some people, and there's some veterans that I met. One guy's from Tangier. Tangier, was it? Something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
he went running. He didn't like Africa.
I know, but he stayed for a while. Then he moved, and he came to the DR. So I mean, it's all depends on what you like and what you don't like. And we like it here a lot better. Most people come this way, like I was going to say before. A lot of people come this way. They come here, they want to see Greece. They want to go to Spain. They want to go to Italy.
Yeah.
They want to go to Barcelona.
That's in
They want to
Spain.
go to Brussels and all other kind of places up north.
Belgium,
Germany.
Germany.
And all other kind of places.
Switzerland.
And just visit London and just see places that the average person just get on a plane and come see it and then go back home. So the people that come out here and they move out here, then they got all that at their
Fingertips.
fingertips. I mean, jump on the plane, Ryanair, whatever. And you're there and you get a chance to see all that culture, all
Yeah.
beautiful cities, and get a chance to try all that bruschetta and cheese and wines and
Let me tell you, they have so much cheese here. I'm in heaven.
oh my goodness. I never even thought there was that much cheese on this planet. Yeah, I mean, wow.
I've never done so many charcuterie boards for our wine in my life.
Well, we did quite a bit of that in
How do you
Vegas.
guys like our new boxes too, by the way? Live outside the box. I don't know if you can see that one because it's a little thinner, but buy me a coffee / Caribbean E. Or sorry, Portugal E. We got that one going. I can see that one. That's nice.
Yeah. Guys, give a thumbs up as you guys
Yes.
come, as you guys are logging in.
Come on in.
Let
give
us know where you guys are
thumbs
from, what neck of the woods you guys are from. Yes, we finally made it here, and we made it here safe.
Yes, LT said, what type of diet is the main one eaten by the Portuguese? Because DR is mainly rice, beans, plátano, salami. What do Portuguese enjoy eating? The Portuguese are a lot like the Dominicans in that French fries come practically with everything. Like French fries is life out here. Potatoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do eat a lot of rice and bean mixed. So it's like a mixed. And they eat this rice with this cabbage that I do not particularly like. You tried it.
Yeah, and I don't like it at all. No, I don't like it. I just like it.
I didn't like it. Maybe it was the restaurant I ate it in. So I'm going to give it another try in another restaurant and see if I like it better. But so far, out here, it's tons of different sausages, like chorizos and stuff like that. So there's a lot of sausages, tons of cheeses. They do a lot of apps. So when you go someplace, first off, dinner isn't until 8. Right, that we learned that the hard way.
Right. Late.
Restaurants don't open until 8 p.m. So there's a pause for the cause in between where they're closed down. And then they open at 8 and then, or 7, mostly 8, but 7, some. And then you're eating a lot of appetizers. Like when you go to any table, the first thing that they'll have out is they'll have lots of breads, olive oils, olives, like olives, remember? And then they'll have a whole plate where they'll bring out with different cheeses. And then they'll bring out a whole plate with like salami, prosciutto, chorizo, and other kinds of sausages. And they'll have all that on a plate and they'll have that covered up. And then they'll bring out like a lot of seafood. So a lot of squid, right? Octopus,
Shrimp.
of course bacalao, because they eat bacalao like crazy out here. They claim, every place claims to have the best bacalao, so they make it a lot of different ways, but everybody has the best bacalao out here. That's what they tell you. And that's the kind of foods they eat out here.
Yeah.
So a lot of just like in the DR, a lot of like fritters, right? So like a lot of empanados and but smaller. So like smaller empanadas, like the DR kind of has the bigger ones. They'll have the smaller bite size and they'll have them all in different kinds. They eat a lot of tuna, so atum out here. That's the foods I've seen so far.
Yeah, lots of seafood.
Fat boy on a diet. Love it. If answering any questions about Santiago, what is Santiago like during New Year's Eve? Well, last year it was COVID.
Right. So it was kind of shut down.
Yeah, they weren't able to like socially gather, so it was just small. It was 10 people. But the New Year's Eve before that
was hitting like hammer.
we had a party.
It was crazy. We had
friends
it
over.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah,
we had friends over.
Dinner, right?
We had dinner at our house.
cooked.
Then we went up on the rooftop. Some of you guys seen the videos of our
People from all of our building went up there.
and it was like we seen the fireworks all over the beautiful city. It was nice. People was up there dancing, drinking, having a party.
Yeah.
It was a safe environment.
It was fun.
And we was just on the top floor,
Yeah.
and you can just see just about the whole city. And everybody was just having fun. I mean, it was just a good
Watching
time.
fireworks and drinking. It was family things.
Yeah,
yes,
it was
they're really-
family.
Yeah, it's all the families. Kiwi says, since we're used to American prices, Portugal seems very affordable, but is Portugal experiencing the same inflation prices like in America? No. But what they are is it's in different sectors. So we're not seeing any problems with getting goods. Like, remember, we keep watching the news and they said, oh, everything's in those ships. Like, everything's at the store. Like, we literally went to the store and they were having, like, it's not called Black Friday. It was called Blue Friday is what they were calling it, Azul. But they were having sales and they had a surplus of goods. So I haven't seen any problem with getting anything in. And at the grocery stores, there's not like there's been something. Have you seen anything empty? Because it seems like there's tons.
We haven't seen any stocking problems at all. We haven't seen shortage of workers. We haven't seen any of the stuff you see on the news back in the box. We haven't seen any of that here. So, it's, we're in a totally different part of the world,
Yeah. The only thing I could see that they said that they've seen a little raise in is their utility prices, but they're used to paying really low prices. So I feel like to them, it's getting higher, right? But to us, we're like, oh, that's super cheap because we're used to paying high prices in the U.S.
Who you telling? Skyscraper prices. I mean, I'm talking about skyscraper problems. I mean, it was just like prices. It's just ridiculous, and especially what the people pay for an average apartment in Vegas is ridiculous. And this happens through the whole country. And the closer you get to the West Coast, it gets worse. Closer you get to the East Coast, it gets worse.
Yeah, but
and places in between too.
She's talking about here though.
Yeah, out here it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I'm just saying, have you seen a raise in anything? Gas, but that's everywhere. I feel like gas is just something that's always going to be high price, especially when you're,
Well, just grab you one of them electric cars like everybody else is getting.
They really push. Yeah, so everybody really has been talking us into, I'm like 90% sure we're going to do electric because the electric cars are just, you get such benefits and you get such a tax break out here. And out here, the gas stations have electric charging stations, and they're everywhere. So the country is making it so easy to go electric that everybody has been going electric. It scared me. Remember that lady drove up on us and we didn't even hear her because her car was so quiet, and I was like, "Ooh, that's nice."
One thing I heard was the tires as she was turning.
Yeah, coming around the corner.
Yeah, that's the one thing I heard. But other than that, it's quiet, good mileage. And it's a beautiful thing. You ain't got to put gas in there at all, period.
Yeah, we asked her how much she spent on charging a year, and she said it was $600 was her yearly cost for charging, as compared to when she was buying gas. She said it was $3,000 to $4,000 a year.
Big difference.
Huge. That's why the government's pushing it.
Yeah, that's why the American government is pushing that. Yeah, better for the environment and everything else. So absolutely. Yeah.
So that would be the only thing that I could see that the price difference is really like, I could see it still raising here because we just bought a bunch of Christmas stuff and it was all on sale just like normal. 20, 30, 40% off.
I can't believe the sales that they have out here.
Did you guys see the video that I posted where I covered and just showed you real life sales papers? And we showed you real prices because I think that's the best determinant on, when you're trying to shop and where you think you might spend money on. Look at a sales paper. That's your quickest way. And we get mailers all the time because we actually get mail.
Yeah, we get
mailers all the time on the sales every week at all the stores. Like I get probably more than I want to. It's like back in the U.S. when you get a bunch of junk mail. But I like looking at the different stores. It's how we learn the difference in the different stores. But Wharton, WORTEN, is like our equivalent to what? Like Best Buy?
Oh, that was
Best Buy, because it's electronics and it's all the house goods and stuff like that. It's like so it's like if Best Buy and Bed Bath & Beyond had a baby, that would be Wharton.
Okay, I would say that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Got all that house stuff.
I agree with that.
And Wharton's had some amazing sales, and I'll tell you, I have not been. He can't even believe the prices. It made us get a printer because we couldn't pass up the deal, and we needed a printer.
Absolutely.
So Bella says, how's the inflation? We're getting killed in New Jersey. Food is up 50%. Gas is up 50 cents in the last month. We want out 5 more years. Wow.
That is ridiculous. And like I said, I was born in Jersey, and I ain't looked back since I left there back many, many moons ago. I ain't looked back. Yeah. I was just there a few weeks ago, going to the airport, waiting for my connecting flight.
Like a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago. Yeah. We've been here a little bit over 30 days, guys, both of us. I was just waiting to get my flight. Once I connected, I was out of there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. I pray for you because you got. I heard you guys had some bad weather, and I know the winter's coming up. So I pray for you guys. Seriously, I really do.
Yeah.
Because what they're trying to do is the economy. They're trying to catch up all the money that they lost during COVID. So now they're trying to catch up, make that money back, and that's why you see so much this price gouging going on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
Not, like I said, it's not happening here. So let's get caught up on this. Global Citizen said, "Are you having any problems adjusting to the faucet water?" No, I love it.
I can't believe I'm glad you asked that question.
I love just turning on the faucet water and filling up my coffee maker, my Nespresso machine.
It's like drinking the water you buy at the stores back in the States.
Yeah.
And it comes right out the faucet. I can't believe it. Now in DR, we had to continue to have big 5-gallon jugs delivered to us, every week. But here, you're gonna turn that thing on, fill our ice cubes, fill our ice cubes up, whatever. And I tell you, the water it's like spring water.
Yeah, it's fine. I haven't had any problem with it.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
It's so much easier than waiting on the guy and going, how many water jugs do we have? Like we had to do in the DR. Or even in the U.S., because actually we had a water machine when we lived in Vegas. We did not drink the water. We had we had the water machine, because I sold it before we left to that lady that needed it for her kids. And I do not miss that at all. Let me tell you, I don't miss having to get jugs and putting them in. And I don't miss that.
Yeah, because the price is going up on that too. So.
And yes, Carlos is right. Don't forget, tell the folks, hit like, hit them thumbs up, guys.
Thumbs up.
Come on and subscribe. Make sure you hit subscribe for us. Because remember, getting us to that number in Tina's little head is what's going to make you guys get to see every nook and cranny of this house. And I've already started decorating, like I said. Soon we'll be decorating for Christmas. And you guys will be the first to see if we hit that number that I want.
Right. And we'll hit that number that we
I'll give you a walkthrough.
Then we just gotta, take our feet off the gas pedal, put our feet on the brake for a minute, so we, get to that.
So what do you guys think of the video? I think it looks pretty clear. Like.
Yeah, I mean, we
compared to how it used to look kind of foggy in the DR, or kind of foggy even in Vegas. Remember?
In Vegas, it was real foggy in Vegas.
I remember
I could not believe it.
You're like, why do we look like that? And I was like, I don't know.
Well, we had some problem down the street too when we did that live out there at that restaurant. We had some problems. It was kind of foggy and cloudy.
Oh, here in Portugal.
Yeah,
Well, the guy probably didn't have high speed. We have high speed.
Yeah. Big difference. So, yeah, I mean, but like I said, I hope everybody's good and you guys are just...
Have you guys been seeing the videos, though? Because we've been trying to put out the cost of living differences, showing you guys the marketplace. How did you like the marketplace videos? We took you to the city of Caldas, Carrenas, and we've also taken you to the Lyria marketplace that's in the parking lot of the Lyria Stadium. So hopefully we'll be at that Lyria Stadium watching the game soon when, the season comes back, and then that'll be able to go. So can't wait.
Also, we just recently found out that they also have a big meat market there too as well.
Oh yeah, that's in the building down kind of and across from the stadium, and that's a meat and it's a farmer's market. So it's vegetables, fruits in the lower levels, and then she said it goes meats and then seafood as you go up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go there. We're gonna shop. We haven't been inside yet because we didn't know it was there yet. Somebody just telling us about it.
Well, last weekend our friends told us, but I haven't had a need to go get a whole bunch of stuff. I'll wait. I'll let everything run out here, and then we'll go over there and get some fresh. Because I like fresh produce. I like getting fresh meats.
It's a great thing not to be running the Vons and Smiths and those other kind of places. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and we did a couple of lives also, if you guys have seen those, where we were down doing happy hour downtown, right? In the downtown square. And then we did a live at one of the restaurants that's also kind of in the downtown area. So we've been trying to show you different parts of Lyria, different parts of Portugal, and then our move, because we did the video about the move too.
And there's a bunch of cute little hole-in-the-wall restaurants that we find down these alleys, down these streets. Nice. I mean, you think that these restaurants are like terrible till you go inside.
It's the best kind.
Food is good. You stumble into them.
Yeah.
You have the best experience.
Like in Caldas. when we went to that little place for coffee, remember? So we posted, if you guys saw the little post on what we got, pictures of what we got and what the total cost was. And we went and just had cappuccinos, and you had fruit juice, and we had fresh pastries, and a friend of ours that went with us had like a ham and cheese sandwich on fresh bread, and it's like, where do you get stuff like this? So good and so inexpensive.
So
and we were sitting outside just enjoying the sun, and you did all the video of Caldas where you were showing the stores and so much to do over there too. It's a little, I find that city a little slower paced though, right?
Right, it's a little bit slower paced, a little bit
older,
a little bit older, a little bit more laid back. We like to be laid back, but not that laid back. So.
He needs to still have his little bars and restaurants. So Lyria is a little bit more big town for us, right?
I like to meet people that's actually been somewhere in life. A lot of people have been to the United States. They've worked in the United States. We meet a lot of college students
Lyria,
here.
Yeah.
A lot of college students hang out here.
From the UK.
From the UK,
France
other places. So it's really a cultural city here. I just like to engage. Now, also somebody mentioned too about the language. Most people that I've met here speaks English.
Yeah, even if it's like a little bit and they want to learn more, but yeah.
Yeah, and
I was shocked because you see all the videos where they say it's always in Lisbon.
Yeah, they say it's always in Lisbon that people speak the most English.
No, it's here too.
But oh my goodness, man, I could not believe it. And I met this lady down at a grocery store. It's like walking distance, 5 minutes walking distance, and she preferred. But I'm trying to pick up Portuguese. And she wants me to speak English to her because she wants to learn English, the English language, because she said nobody ever comes to here and speaks English to her.
Yeah.
Same thing when I go to the post office.
It's the same thing with remember the driver, the Bolt. Well, out here you have Uber or Bolt, so we've been using Bolt, like BOLT, Bolt. We've been using that a lot because it's always like $1 cheaper. And so we've been using Bolt, and the guys are always wanting, once I start speaking, and they're like looking at me, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I tell them in Spanish. I speak Spanish. I don't really speak Portuguese. And they turn around and they go, I speak English. And I'm like, oh, snap. So they love talking.
Yes,
they love it.
It's a different kind of experience. So,
Global Citizen said, is it Americanized as far as fast food restaurants? Yes and no, because they have McDonald's, Pizza Hut, places like that, like American restaurants, Subway. I see Subway out here. What else do we see in the food court? I was like, look at all these American. So there is American restaurants, but it's funny because when you go to McDonald's, they have different things on the menu that you wouldn't see in the U.S. Remember?
Just like in the
DR.
DR.
Like, oh, and like the pizza at Pizza Hut, like they have Portuguese pizza. Where out here they like to put chorizo on it, and some of them they like to put an egg. Where like in the DR they put like corn, and you were like, why they put corn on pizza? Well, it depends on where you're living. So out here you can get pizzas with like a lot of different chorizos and sausages, and you can get them with egg on it. And I was like, who eats pizza with egg? But that's the thing out here. They eat it. They love it. So they have Pizza Hut. They have regular Pizza Hut, and then they have like Portuguese Pizza Hut in there, where you get. Like,
and you know what, Tina? You'll probably find more Americanized restaurants in Lisbon too.
Yeah,
because I haven't seen the KFC
a lot out
here.
here though.
Yeah, it's a few.
I haven't seen KFC, but it's because there's so many chicken places out here. I don't think KFC would thrive out here. Whereas like McDonald's kills it. They kill the game because like I haven't seen a Burger King. I've only seen McDonald's. You notice that? You haven't seen a McDonald's. You've seen a McDonald's.
Well, I've seen McDonald's, but listen, guys, I didn't fly away out here to eat a lot of American food. Okay, I came out here.
I can't lie though. We had Subway. I can't lie. I ordered Subway on Uber Eats one night.
I mean, we get a little laid back. We have that little that back in the moment, Americanized moment. But for the most part, we had some chicken the other day with some fries.
Roasted potatoes.
With roasted potatoes.
Yes.
Oh my God. That was so good.
Garlic roasted potatoes.
Oh my God, that chicken!
It's from a local restaurant.
People here, I'm telling you, they do a lot of homegrown stuff, and the environment is so rare. There's so many wineries here.
Franco is chicken, so they call it Campo Franco, which is like country chicken, is what they call it. So it's like a older, no, I mean, it's not all that those fillers that they put in the chicken in the U.S. So it's a smaller chicken, but it's so fresh. That's why I think you like it so
I
much.
loved it.
It's
I
so
was killing
fresh.
it.
And
I was
they
killing it.
split that sucker in half and put it flat on a grill, and they grill that chicken, and it only cost us, I think it was like, we got double order of the potatoes, the chicken, and then some drinks, and it was like $18 with delivery and then the tip. But it was really good because it was a whole chicken, and then it was like this big, huge. I would have never ordered double potatoes if I didn't know it came whole roasted. But yeah, it was good. So you gotta try. That's the whole thing about moving. You gotta be, like I say, adventurous to want to try. Like, you'll try food.
Yeah,
like you
I'll
tried
try.
gizzards that night we went out.
Now, I
It was
thought
good.
I was
It
going to lose my
wasn't
mind
bad.
because I was afraid to try these gizzards. But, you know, I said,
And the
well,
coccyx, remember they
the-
eat the
the
chicken
chicken
thing
is
right
good.
here, the throat thing.
you know, so that right there freaked me
We
out.
tried it though.
Yeah, I know.
Say you
It
didn't
freaked
try
me
it.
out, you know, because like I said, I got to know what I'm eating. I ain't come out here to die now. I ain't trying to.
You love the seafood though.
The seafood was amazing, but they
Yeah.
had also had this, was that octopus or squid?
It was squid on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had the seafood salad that had the crab and the shrimp and all that. You love that because you were eating that and the shrimp like crazy.
Okay, the crab and shrimp was winter chicken dinners.
That had mussels.
But the other two,
That had mussels. You know, like mussels,
Mm-hmm.
not oysters, but mussels. You ate, yeah, that's what you ate, and then
Wow,
you ate the
okay.
shrimp too. You didn't like the squid though. I liked it. It was good. Squid wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm
Tasted
not
a little too fishy.
it's almost like eating sushi.
I like sushi.
Yeah, I don't like sushi. I don't like that at all. I was tricked one night. I ain't gonna tell you who was by, but I was tricked one night by somebody in my family. But for the most part, yeah, you guys give us thumbs up. You let us know where you guys are from. What neck of the woods you guys are.
No questions? I thought we had some more questions.
Yeah.
I can't believe Kiwi said they went to Costco. She couldn't find oil or toilet paper. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And this is continuing to be a problem.
It's not
Can't
happening
find-
out here. Like out here, I can go in the toilet aisle and probably give toilet paper for half of Vegas.
And there's so many different types of oils out here also that I
Oh
noticed.
yeah, olive oil.
I could
like
not
crazy.
believe it.
So we found out there's a whole region. I can't remember the name of the city because I'm spacing right now, but they grow nothing but olive trees and they make olive oils like crazy. So we went to remember farmer's market. The guy was selling it was like a 6-gallon jug of fresh, because they make that olive oil fresh. And I was like, dude, what am I gonna do? I would love to buy 6 gallons, but what am I gonna do? Remember, he was like, yeah, it's only like 10 euros, which I was like, that's like $12. But I was like, what am I gonna use 6 gallons of olive oil in time? Because we don't use that much olive
I'll tell
oil.
you what.
So I was like,
I'll
it's a
tell you
waste.
what.
But if I had a big family, I'd have got it.
I'll tell you what, I wish I had my turkey fryer here, I'll tell you that.
You don't use olive oil. You can't heat it up that hot.
I'll tell you what.
Use regular oil in that.
Shoot. But I'm telling you, just so many, I didn't know there was that many different types of oil
There is.
that you can actually cook with
Yeah, there is.
in the whole wide world. That and all those different cheeses. And they're really, really reasonable. And it's just like, I was like, now I was asking Tina, I said, what kind of cheese is this? And what kind of cheese is this?
You
And
get
what
caught
kind
up
of
in the
cheese is this?
meats because you like the
Then get caught up
salamis
in
and
the
all that. 'cause
meats and
There's so
different
many
kind of
different kinds.
Man, it's like, wow. Okay, I was like, this is good. This is really, really good. Not that all that's not in the DR, because it is, but it's going
Different kinds of food.
It's different kinds of food, and it's going to cost you a fair penny.
Like in the DR, they eat everything on the chicken and they eat practically every part of the cow. So different kinds of beef where they do that here too, but not as much. It's more seafood and sausage. And I guess in the sausage, you could really use the rest of the beef because you wouldn't know because it's in sausage. But other than that, we don't have any more questions, you guys, because we're going to wrap it up if not.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up and just go and enjoy the rest of our evening. Like I said, again, we're on the other side of the world.
It's almost 7.
And it's almost 7 here, so I don't know what time it is. I mean, in your neck of the woods. But like we said,
Depends
we
on
hope you
where
guys
you're
are
at.
doing good and hope you guys just had a great week and everything went well for you. And hey, you guys, everyone knows something about the DR. You guys want to know something about Portugal? Hit us up. Okay? Get those questions answered. Because the question that you don't have answered is the question that's not asked. So we want to help you and your transition be a lot smoother. Okay? We'd like to say hello to all of our Dominican homies, brothers and sisters out there. Okay? And New York time.
Yes,
I see you,
Gary.
New York.
Yep. We know.
I see you in New York City, the Big Apple. We're let me see what
5 hours difference.
5 hour time change, but it's a 7 hour and almost 30 hour flight over the Atlantic Ocean. That's a long ways to be flying an airplane. So it's a long ways to get, and I'm glad we're far away because my nerves are just. I had to get out of that crazy hot box
Yes.
we call the U.S. of A.
So make sure you're hitting those thumbs up as always. Make sure you guys are hitting those subscribes. You're hitting that notification bell because then you can get notified when we have videos like this, when we go live, or other things when we get a new video up. So you want to make sure you do that. Global Citizen said, hey, E, are you watching any American football?
Yes, I am. I'm watching it. It comes on midnight here. It's like there's a game, like
So
a Thursday
late.
night game,
Yeah.
so late.
You watch it the next day.
I'll just watch the highlights. It's a lot faster than watch the highlights. And I'm still keeping up on the sports. I'm keeping up on the preseason basketball game in the NBA. I'm finally glad to see LeBron and the crew finally won a game. They beat Cleveland the other night, so that was pretty nice.
Oh, they beat their old team.
Yeah, beat the old team. But these college guys got them fresh legs, so they ain't no joke. They come at them hard. So we'll see what happens. But they got a dream team, so we'll see what happens this year, guys. We will see what happens. So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember that life is to be enjoyed.
Yes, and like I said earlier when I was trying to wind it up, always make sure to hit subscribe, hit those thumbs up, because remember that hitting subscribe and hitting those thumbs up is the way to change that algorithm and getting more content that you guys want from us out there. Always remember that all information is underneath every single video. So if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to us. Our Buy Me a Coffees are under there. Every way possible to get a hold of us is right under there, and some of our business partners. So always go underneath and see the information because it's always there. And remember that notification bell, because that notification bell will tell you when videos like this and others are coming straight to you.
If you guys ever in Lyria, hit us up. We can get together and have a cup of coffee.
I'm here.
And we'll come and get together and chop it up with you guys.
So
okay?
last question before we wrap it up is Gary. He said, how is the weather in Portugal? Is it worse than New York? No.
Oh my God.
We don't get any snow or anything.
Wow. It's
Daytime.
nowhere near. It's nowhere near.
Day
or
highs
night.
of what?
75.
And then nighttime is?
60. 60, 55.
50. I feel like it's been in the 50s. It's kind of dropped some. It's been a little chilly.
Yeah, but it's doable. It's
Yeah.
not that ice cold like
No.
your bones is going to be. No, it's not that kind of
Nah.
cold.
We went out last weekend and we had little jackets.
Little small jackets,
Yeah.
and we were good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, so nothing like that. Nothing like that East Coast stuff. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it.
So keep up on the videos. Keep up with us. And we will keep up with you. And until then, like you always say,
Peace.